Sandra Terry, your manifesting miracle maker, and it is my favorite day of the week. It is Thankful Thursday. And on Thankful Thursday, that is our opportunity to slow down, to stop, and to think about what we're grateful for. We've talked about this before. When we focus on what we have versus what we don't have, it shifts our mindset. It puts us into a better space where our physically, we have physical benefits of operating from a place of gratitude. Good morning, Bridget. It's so good to see you. I hope you are healing well and back to normal. So gratitude is it's a game changer. It can immediately shift your mood. It can immediately change your mindset and your focus and put you in a place of appreciation and recognition of what you've been blessed with instead of being focused on what you don't have. Good morning, Mother. So, on Thursdays, we take the time to just stop and think about gratitude and what we're grateful for. And gratitude is something that can permeate the different layers of our lives. What are we grateful for physically? Do we have our health? Do we have, what are we grateful for? Do we have a roof over our heads? Do we have a sufficient way to get back and forth to work or to school or to wherever it is that we need to go? Do we have food? Do we have food on the table? Can we go? Do we have options for food? Are we able to decide, oh, I really don't want that. I'm going to go get this? That's something that everybody does not have. So, what are we grateful for physically? Our person. What are we grateful for emotionally? How are you mentally and emotionally? Do you have basically your right mind? Are you able to process and problem solve? Are you able to think through issues and get to a solution? If you're able to do that, that's something to be grateful for, right? There are people who struggle with all the different aspects of life. And if you woke up this morning, you've done something that somebody else didn't. So that's the first place to be grateful. Are you able to inhale and exhale without issue? Or even if it's a little harder than it used to be, can you get enough lung breath in your lungs that you're able to move around and your body energized and do the things that you need to do? Do you have physical control of your body? Can you get up and move from point A to point B without assistance? Can you do that? Or maybe you need a little assistance, but you can still do it. That means you have something that a lot of people don't have. Do you have a support system? Are there people in your life that will, oh, thank you, Kim. Are there people in your life who will support you and cheer you on and at the same time hold you accountable? They know and what it is that you're trying to do. They can see in you what you're capable of, even when you can't see it for yourself. That's something to be grateful for. That support system. Do you still have parents that are grandparents? Y'all, I'm going to be 55 years old in about 3 weeks, and I still have a living, breathing, walking, talking, fussing, independent grandmother. I don't take that lightly. I feel like I am so fortunate that my kids and my grandkids can know their grandmother. That's just amazing to me. Every year in June, when it's an opportunity to celebrate another birthday. Hi, Jaylyn. Good morning, sweetheart. It's just so your granny is on Facebook. Granny Kim is on too. Kim Jaylyn just joined and said hi. A lot of times Ryan has them listening in on their way to school. Um, but yeah, there's one of the kids. That's something to be grateful for. My mom and two of my sisters are listening in, and one of my nieces, and that was a grandniece. So much to be grateful for. So much to be grateful for. So, but it just takes a moment. Those things are in my life all the time. They're up close and personal. Some of the people, especially some of the folks on Facebook, and YouTube, and there's a couple on LinkedIn as well. I see the same names every morning, almost every morning. I wonder where they are if for some reason they don't stop by because they're here all the time. That those are folks that I could take for granted. Easily, I could just expect to see them there. I could expect them to just be here because they've been here for so long. That would be a huge miss on my part. I absolutely thank you for the roses. That says, is that Millie? I appreciate you, Millie. Thank you so much. I I am grateful that somebody who may not be even somebody who knows me, I don't think it is, took the time to stop by and drop a rose. What a beautiful gesture. Lots of people are going to scroll, they're not going to connect, and they're going to keep going. But there's always that group that stops, and maybe they'll leave a gift. Maybe on Facebook, somebody leaves a star. Maybe they leave comments like so many people have done. It's all wonderful. And none of it can I take for granted because no one has to do any of it. Bridget and my mom and Cliff and Alicia, my sister Kim, I've got a cousin Carlton, I've got an aunt, Karen. There are some people that take the time out of their morning every single day to stop in and see what the heck I'm talking about. That's amazing. That's something to be grateful for. And I say all that because you can do the same sort of assessment of your life. And it's very important for you to do it first thing in the morning and at the end of each day. What are three things? What are three things that you're grateful for? And one of the ways to figure it out, especially the things that we kind of take for granted because they're up close and personal, they're around all the time. What's something that if it wasn't there, your life would be seriously impacted? Maybe not as much joy, maybe not as much camaraderie, maybe not as much fun, maybe not as much support. What would be different if these things? Hold your breath. Hold your breath. How long can you do it? And even though you know that you're holding it, and at any moment you have the option to just breathe in, take that air back into your lungs for a second, the mind will start to panic a little bit because there's just this, your lungs start to shut down. You're not getting it. You start to get a little lightheaded. Our breath is paramount. Without it, we can't do anything, right? Thank you, Erica. You are amazing and happy belated birthday. I'm sorry I missed your party. So I think this may be Erica's first time joining. So I love when I see people show up. What is Cliff saying? I know I've missed a few days. Oh my goodness. So Cliff had a little home maintenance issue going on. I missed you, Cliff. I noticed that you weren't here for the last couple of days. So I've been sending good thoughts your way. I was hoping that it was something good like your granddaughter being back in town or something, but hopefully you got the maintenance issues under control and getting back to your normal routine. So I mean, to have these connections, guys, and to have people that I can talk to every single morning, that's something to be grateful for. And so, if you guys can, or if you would, because you are capable, if you would just start to drop some comments, start to think about what you're grateful for, and drop some comments in the whichever platform you're watching me on. Right now, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, and I am on LinkedIn. And I see people watching from just about from all of those places. So welcome everybody. And I apologize to the TikTok audience because everybody else I have on my big screen. So it's really easy for me to see who's here. You guys are on my phone right behind my laptop. So it's scrolling fast. And every once in a while I can catch a comment. But if you're joining and it's just so difficult for me to see. The eyes are going to be 55 soon. So I don't see as well as I used to. And my glasses are at work. So I appreciate the TikTok audience being here as well. I am grateful. I am thankful for each and every one of you. It's hard for me to call you out by name like I can the other ones because their type is tiny. So I have a quote that I want to share with you guys this morning that I hope will help you get into an attitude of gratitude. So I'm just pulling it up. I'm going to display it on the screen. Hopefully I grabbed the right thing. Yes. So our quote for today is, now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is. And that was by the author Ernest Hemingway. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is. Just let that sink in for a moment. And you guys can easily just drop a comment and let me know how that rings true for you. So, when I think about that quote for me, immediately I think about cultivating an attitude of gratitude, because the first thing he talks about is your focus. What are you focused on? It's no time to focus on what you do not have. Focus on what you have instead of what you do not. That immediately is going to start to shift that mindset. It's also going to start to change your energy and what you're attracting to you. I say all the time, where the mind goes, the energy flows. So if you're focused on what you don't have, if you're focused on lack, that's all you're going to see. And what we see, we believe, and you're going to cultivate more of that. And I know there's not a single person within the sound of my voice that wants more of not enough, more lack. Jaylyn says, I am grateful for my family, for my friends, and what I do have. And that's a baby, y'all. I know you're not a baby, Jaylyn, but Jaylyn's on her way to elementary school. But she's saying, I'm grateful for my family, for my friends, and what I do have. So getting that attitude and remembering that, Jaylyn, especially when you're upset, especially when something's not going right, if you can remember that you're grateful for your family. When one of your siblings is getting on your nerves, especially that baby brother of yours, when he's making you mad, or that bossy JoJo, when they're getting on your nerves, remember how much you love them. Remember how grateful you are that you have them. Remember how much fun you guys have when you're not at odds, when you're not fighting. And that will help you to calm down. That will help you to change your focus. And before you know it, you're smiling again. You're remembering something that you and your siblings did together. What about when mom said it's time to clean up? You know it's time to clean up, but you're frustrated. Oh, she's heading to middle school. I'm sorry, you're right. You have surpassed elementary school, and I'm not trying to hold you back, because you are accomplishing it. You're getting things done. So, but on her way to middle school, because she's being exposed to this, she's going in grateful. So I bet you're grateful, Jaylyn, that you're not going to elementary school, like I said. And remember, you were there once. So when you're having a hard day in middle school, just remember how capable you are, because you have accomplished everything that you had to accomplish to get out of elementary school and to get out and into middle school. You're halfway or more through this year, so you're about to have another year behind you. So you allow those things to make you feel good about yourself and to know how capable you are. And so when things feel hard, you go, I haven't figured out this problem yet. It's not, I don't know how to do this, I can't do this. It's, I haven't figured it out yet. But I know that I can, because I figured out all the other things that came before this particular problem that I'm struggling with. And if you remember that, you won't be so hard on yourself. You won't struggle as much. You'll give yourself a break. And when we give ourselves a break, especially a mental break, a break from beating ourselves up internally, when we get that break, the brain relaxes. And then you become able to process and to think and figure things out. If you're so focused on what you can't do or what you don't have, if you're looking at it from that standpoint, you're not even in a position to problem solve. You're not even in the mindset of trying to really figure it out. You're just kind of down in the dumps and just pouring on and beating yourself up. So just remember that as you go through your day, if you stumble upon something that's difficult, I just haven't figured it out yet. And then you get busy doing the work to figure it out. And you'll get it. You're smart, you're capable, and you've done everything in your little life that leads up to this day. And you've accomplished all of it. So you should feel good about whatever comes your way, knowing that you can accomplish the next thing. Okay? So you go on to middle school. You have a wonderful day. A lot of your family is here and listening. We love you. We are proud of you. And we are grateful for you and all of your siblings. All right. So sorry for that little personal. That's one of my babies. So I just had to give her a little love and encouragement this morning, since she decided to do the same for me. All right. So let's see. So we want to focus on what we have. When you focus on what you have, just like I was just talking to Jaylyn, it will encourage you. It will inspire you. It will motivate you to keep going. It will remind you of just how capable you are, what abilities you already have. When you're looking at it the other way, you see just the opposite. You become demotivated, you become frustrated, you become overwhelmed. And when you're in that state, there's not a whole lot you can do. You can't accomplish much. So the encouragement is to not, now is no time to think of what you do not have. Forget about that. Focus on what you do have. Think of what you can do with what there is. That's a problem solving statement. That's innovation. That's figuring it out. Let's how do I get this done? Think about what you have and what you can do with that to accomplish what it is that you would like. Think of what you can do with what is there. So it changes your energy. It lifts you up. It motivates you. You're like, okay, that thing over there that I was so focused on, waste of energy, waste of time. Here's the 10 things that I have right here. So if I focus on those and what I really have, what's right in front of me, I can come up with a solution. I can develop a plan. I can get the things doing going that you would like to get going. And that is something that I can promise. If you change your attitude, have you ever heard it? Your attitude dictates your altitude, how high you can go. If you're focused on not, you're keeping yourself pinned down. You're stuck in the past. You're stuck in on the ground. As soon as you start to think about what you do have, you'll begin to lift. Metaphorically speaking, you'll lift. Your mood will lift. How you're feeling will change. What you're focused on will change. You'll start to see and appreciate everything that's in front of you. And when you're coming from that mindset, you can't help but to feel good. You just can't help it. So your energy will be spent on solutions and problem solving and planning and accomplishing. And before you know it, you're so much farther than where you began. And that's the goal. My goal is not to beat you. My goal is not to be better than you or anyone else. My goal is for me personally to get a little better every day, for me to see progress, for me to see myself evolving, expanding, meeting new people, interacting with new people, being a better version of me. And it just needs to be a better version of yesterday. A little bit and I'm having a life well spent. I'm moving forward. I'm not wasting my days. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my energy spinning my wheels. And that's what we want. We want a little bit of growth that we can capture and realize every day, because when we do that, it takes us right back to that feeling good about ourselves, being motivated. Let's see, I've got some comments here. Good morning, beautiful, serene, tiny giant. Serene, tiny giant. Is that Jaylen on Facebook as well? That's a little one. I'm not sure who that is, but thank you so much. And Kim, I am grateful for my sobriety every day. And I am grateful for a one more time. I'm most grateful for you and all that you do, not just for me and our family. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. And think about her first statement. I am thankful for my sobriety. Hey, Javion. Hi, JoJo. We love you guys too. Just think about that. I'm grateful for my sobriety. There's two ways that you can look at this. If she wants her sobriety to continue, being grateful for it is a huge step. A huge step, because all she's focused on is today. I am grateful that I'm sober today, and being grateful in today will lead you to the tomorrow that you want. She could beat herself up. She could think about the fact that she wasn't sober way back when, and maybe she did some stuff she didn't want to repeat. You can turn anything on its head. And if she focused on what she didn't have, and if she focused on how things didn't go at a point in time, guess what that's going to do? That's going to depress you. That's going to pull you down. And before you know it, your sobriety could be gone. But instead, she's got that positive mindset. Not only is she here every morning cheering me on, she's taking notes. She's sharing things that she's learning in her experience with me, going, hey, I learned this. Some of the people that you talk to, this may be helpful for them. So incorporate this into what you talk about. How about that for a support system? So she's not just thinking about herself, but she's looking at ways that she can help other people, and she's making it a point to support me. And if you want to get out of depression, focus on somebody else. Go out and do something for somebody. It lifts you up. It makes you feel so good, and you're doing good. You're actually helping somebody else. Good morning, Karen. I am not so accustomed to you being on live. I am so glad that you're here. Karen says, I'm grateful for you, and she loves this quote. Save it, Karen. I'm going to save this quote, and I am grateful for you as well. You have been so positive. Karen and I went to school together. So we were little ones hanging out in the 80s. I'm telling our age, Karen. And Karen's a twin. So I haven't heard from or seen Kyle in a long time. So I hope he's doing well too. The next time you talk to your brother, give him my love. Good morning, Annie. Well, it's not morning for you because you're in the UK. The joy in the making progress every day. There is so much joy, and there's motivation, and there's inspiration in making progress every day. So thank you for that, Annie. Kim saying, yes, I beat myself up for so long, but God. And that's what we do. And when we beat ourselves up, we are stuck in that cycle, and it's hard for us to spin out of it. But as soon as we change our language, as soon as we change how we see ourselves, and we see the value in who we are, we see how special we are. We understand that we are wonderfully and uniquely made. There is no one like you. You are a I heard somebody I think it was on Annie's live, someone was saying that they were a how did it go, Annie? It was a basically population of one. I can't remember exactly how it went, but basically there's only one you. And before you ever took your first breath, there was something that was put inside of you that you call a dream, that you call a goal, that you say is something that you want to work towards. You can't get rid of it. It's kind of hung around. You could see yourself doing something. You can see yourself being something other than what you're doing right now, maybe. That thing was placed inside of you well before you took your first breath, and that's a gift that was uniquely given to you. Good morning, Jada. That's something that you are the only person that can do, and the world is waiting. There are people who need what it is that you have. So you're valuable. You hold the key to someone else's survival, sobriety, happiness. There's something that they can see in you that can shake them loose from what's holding them back. They can go, if she can do it, I can do it. And if he can have it, I can have it. It's important. It's important for you to become who you are. I don't know if Karen, well, Karen, you're on YouTube, so you may be able to see Kim's comment, but she's saying hi to both you and Kyle. Okay, I see you said hey back. Let's see. Bridget said, I'm grateful for having a steady mindset, so I keep going every day. Absolutely. Our mindset is so important. And that's why I talk about it all the time. Because if you can get that under control, everything else is going to fall into place. It doesn't mean that everything's always going to be wonderful and work out just the way you want it to. But when your mindset is right, you can see the gift, you can see the opportunity, even when things didn't unfold the way you needed them to do. And you can get back on course a lot quicker when the mindset is right. So yeah, that's a great one. Let's see. And every day to me is mindset Monday, is what Kim said. Yeah, on Mondays every day at noon, that's what we talk about. We talk about mindset. If we can capture that in the beginning of the week and set our mindset and focus on what we desire and really feel good about ourselves, understand that we're capable, understand that we're deserving, then we set ourselves up for a successful week. Whatever that means to you. My successful week, it could be something completely different than yours. And that's the other thing I want everybody to realize is although you're hearing one person, one voice every day, this thing is personal. My sincere prayer, if even if it's just one thing, that you grab on the one thing that I say, that you take that inside and that you allow it to permeate within you, and it becomes what it needs to be for you so that you have the life that you desire. Not what I think your life should be, but what you desire. That's winning. That's success. Living the life that you desire, having the life that you desire aligned with your values so that you're not at odds with yourself, and finding your unique place in the world where you're sharing whatever your gift is. Let's see. Aromatic Vision. That's my mom, Joanne. She's saying, we all have a God given purpose. I'm grateful every time I open my eyes. Amen. And the older I get, the more sincere I get about that statement. When I look at the fact that I'm 55, I'm thinking, man, mathematically speaking, half my life is behind me. So when I had that thought in my early 50s, it changed everything. It made me so much more grateful for my life. It made me so much more grateful for the people in my life. It made me grateful for every opportunity, because I realized that every day when I open my eyes, it's a gift. I put that in the description for today. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. It's a present. We get to open that gift every day. And the gift is you continuing to be here, continuing to live. Every day is a new opportunity. Yesterday's behind us. What didn't work, didn't work. But learn from that and adjust for today and live in today, because tomorrow's not promised. I don't know if I'm going to get the gift tomorrow. I have no idea, but I know for 55 years I've had it, and I'm grateful for that. But in the not knowing that 56 may come, that doesn't scare me. That doesn't shut me down. That makes every day more valuable. That makes me more grateful for it and makes me want to show up, get up, have these conversations with you guys, do something of value with my life. When I leave here, I don't care what people say about my hair. I don't care what people say about my size, what I look like. I want to know how. I hope they can say, you all can say, I had an impact, however small it is. The fact that I showed up meant something. I think it does, because you keep coming back. That's impactful. That gives my life meaning and value. So you guys are helping me every single day fulfill a goal that I have for the rest of my life. And that's to live it with impact. That's to rest when I need to rest, love on myself, and share what I can with the rest of the world, however big or however small. What the numbers are don't matter. Almost every day somebody reaches out to me and gives me some positive comment, like what I've been getting on the live this morning. That means I'm living my dream. I've impacted somebody that day. What more could I ask for? What more can I ask for? To have the opportunity to talk with the grands as they're going to school and hear one of them say or read one of them talk about how grateful they are. And for them to know that their family is here in unison, being positive and loving and sending them love to start their day. It's amazing. That's something to be grateful for. That's something that I'll take with me all day long. And I hope you will too. Not necessarily my story, because it doesn't mean as much. But what are you grateful for right now? When you look back over your life, can you see those shining moments? Sometimes they're really small. They're just like a pin light. But it comes to your mind because it meant something to you. And remember those things. Write them down. Pull them out when when you're struggling. It will help you keep going. Kim says, yes, my hero wears heels. Impact. So, yeah, impact is important. But the most important thing is your mindset, and starting with you, cleaning up anything that is holding you back. If your messaging to yourself is negative, if you in any way feel that you're not worthy, you're undeserving, there's the place to work. Don't beat yourself up for that. Don't continue the cycle, but realize that it's there and begin to do the work so that you can get out of your own way. And that's what I'm here for, guys. I am a life coach whose focus is on mindset. I call myself a mindset strategist. So if you feel yourself struggling in that space in any way, reach out. I am here to help. We can work together one on one. I've got lots of things out there. The one thing I offer to everybody every time I come on, I try to remember is that I've got a free online course, and it's called Transforming Your Inner Critic into Your Inner Advocate. It doesn't take a long time to go through, but it will help you to identify the messaging that's playing in your head. It'll help you hear your own thoughts and not just hear it. Information is power, but it only helps if you actually do something with it. So it gives you a plan, a way to reframe those thoughts and to get to a place to where you're advocating for yourself instead of criticizing and holding yourself back. It's pinned to the Facebook post for sure. If you're on Facebook and you're watching this live, just scroll up and you can see the link. I believe it's linked in all of my bios on whatever platform you're watching me. You should be able to find it. But if for some reason you can't, just send me a message. Send me a message and I will get it over to you guys right away because I think it will help. That was the reason I created it. I want you to transform your inner critic into your inner advocate. Because when you're working for you, when you believe in you, when you see yourself as worthy, everything else aligns to that. Let's see. Love the 10 you're in. Good morning, Tiffany. She says, our motto, be kind to yourself, especially when no one else is listening. Absolutely. Especially when no one else is listening, because that's when you've got that positive messaging, that self love, that self support. That's when you've got it on autopilot. And that's where it needs to be. It needs to be the natural state. Your natural state should be a place of love and support for you. Because when you have that, just watch how much you have to shower on other people. But you cannot give what you don't have. We see all kinds of negative forms of love, all kinds of attachment issues and jealousy and all those things. Those things are born out of misplaced love, a lack of self love. Once you get it together internally, you love so much better, you're kinder, you're more generous, and it's sincere. It's coming from the most positive place. So, yes, Tiffany's motto for Love the 10 you're in. I love it. Be kind to yourself, especially when no one else is listening. Thank you for joining, Tiffany, and for sharing. All right, so let's see. I think we have pretty much covered it all. I've held you guys for quite a while this morning. Let's see. Today I was in a bad mood because I have bad allergies, but when I watched this, I felt so much better. Jaylyn, you are going to make me cry. I gotta go. We're at school now. Bye. All right. Bye. Love you too, Jaylyn. You all of you have a great day. Bye, Jada. Bye, JoJo. Bye, Javion. Kim, there goes all of your J's. Let's see. Self love is the state of everything good that happens. Is the start. Sorry, Annie is saying from LinkedIn. Self love is the start of everything good that happens in my life. Absolutely. When good things are happening in your life and you don't have that self love, you don't have the right mindset, you may not even recognize that it's happening. You may not even be able to receive it for what it is. If you don't love yourself, it's really hard to receive love for other people. You'll see it as something completely different than what it really is. And I am a bona fide witness to that. I am a bona fide witness. When I was out of sorts and not able to love myself, it was really difficult for me to receive love from anybody. I twisted it and made it other things. Oh, they just want something. Oh, they just like having me around because I do this or that for them. So I wasn't even able to receive love, not even from my husband. I didn't see it. So that self love journey that Annie is talking about is the start of everything good that is happening in his life. It's also the recognition of everything good that's happening in your life. So get that self love going. Grab the book. I also have a self care planner. Self care is huge. If we're eating well, exercising, taking care of ourselves, speaking positively of ourselves, it changes the whole game. So if you're interested in receiving that planner, that's a freebie. Just DM me with your email, email me your email address, and I will send you the link so that you can get that as well. So, guys, I give a lot more than I receive. It's just the way I'm put together. So, oh, Jaylyn says she's just kidding, Kim. They don't have school today. She's still watching. So, but yeah, I give more than I receive. And all I'm asking for you guys is drop me your email address. Let me send you let me send you the self-care planner. Comment as we're talking, as the lives are going. Share the lives. Help me build my community. The things that I could get in return is you helping me reach more people so that they're aware of what I'm talking about. Annie and I had a meeting. Annie is in the UK, and sometimes you just meet people that you come into contact with because they're going to be a part of the evolution, the next journey of your life. And Annie is one of those people. I know he's here for a reason. And some of the things that I still need to work on myself, he's highlighting and helping me see even some of the things that I talk about. One of the things that we have to understand is when a message is powerful for somebody, when you really want to share something, 9 times out of 10, it's because it's what you need to receive as well. That's why you're so passionate about it. I'm working through my stuff, and you guys are just eyewitnesses to the process. That's what's going on. So I say it all the time. I'm an audience of one. I'm preaching to me. I can see myself right now, and I'm telling myself the same things that I'm telling you because I'm a work in progress and I'm working hard. I'm focused on and looking for and listening for the areas that I need to work on. And so that self love, that focus will help you continue the evolution. So I said we were done. So let me stop, put a cork in it for the day, Cassandra. And we're going to end with the quote. I ask you guys to share my live. I ask you guys to invite people in. Talk me up. Let people know what we're doing here every day. I want to expand our community, not for my ego, but because I really believe in the message. If you have some goal setting that you need to do, if you're trying to figure out what's next for you, let's talk. I do a 15-minute consultation. I can send you a link to that, and we can start to figure out how I can help, or what. And if you don't need my help in so much, I might be able to put you in the right on the right track to do the work yourself. But that's what I'm here for. As much as I love to talk to you, I actually am a life coach and mindset strategist, and I want to work with you guys to get past whatever it is that you feel like is holding you back. Jaylen said I shared it to 4 people already. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. Oh, Annie, thank you. Annie said, you are a mindset genius, Cassandra. And it's so funny that he's saying that because in our meeting yesterday, or day, I think it was yesterday, the days are running together, he stumbled, right? He immediately caught me when my mindset wasn't where it was needed to be. And he goes, Cassandra, you're the mindset person, but I see something going on there. It was genius. It was gold because it brought me right to a realization of a place where I could do some work. That's real support. That's real friendship. That's real help. And so I was grateful for that because I immediately clicked in when he said that. I went, you know what? He is so right. I'm in my own way in this space. I've got to get out of my way. And so the I am always learning, and I'm always open to that feedback from any of you. If you see something, hear something, drop me a message. Keep me honest, keep me on track. I need it just as much as anybody else. All right, so we are going to end with our quote of the day. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is. And that's from the famed author Ernest Hemingway. So I thank you guys for your attention and your time and your connection and feedback today. I really appreciate you on this Thankful Thursday. We will be back here tomorrow, same time. Friday is Focus Friday, and we will be here at 7:15 Central to talk about focus and how it can help you in your life's journey. So with that, enjoy the rest of your Thankful Thursday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks, guys.